Good morning. Sanibonani, goeiemorgen, dumelang. To everyone at home, viewers at home, we welcome you again. And our fantastic audience also. It's the day 2 of Confessors International Symposium. Wow, last night, it was something else. All these musicians behind me, they brought A game. It's fantastic to be in Northwest. Great talent, and you know what? People are learning. And also, to viewers at home, once again, thanks for the feedback, because that feedback makes us grow. That's how we grow, when people actually are saying, okay, fine, you're doing so fantastically well, but you can improve also there. Those constructive criticism also are most welcome. But, I mean, when you hear lots of people who are just raving and praising what is happening, which these musicians, not us, by the way, are just presenting to the world. That is fantastic. Now, today, it's another exciting day. So yesterday we did the vocal masterclass with Ubaba, Professor Tikolo, which was exceptional, which was superb. So there was also a panel of discussion. I'm just recapping on what happened yesterday that spoke about, I mean, the most important things in business and music. So then after that, we went to Italy, Spain, UK. So it was just a moment for these young musicians that are behind me. They sang the solo works. Now today, we are waking up. We are waking up with another twist. So we did voice yesterday, and we're going to do choral conducting, which voice plays a pivotal role. So, and we've brought one of the best that this country has. I'm going to introduce him later on. So once again, conductors, choristers, choir managers, I wish and I invite you to join us, because you are going to learn. As you could see, that Confessor always strives to bring different practitioners, different clinicians, so that we actually can profile even these clinicians, because, I mean, this pool is big. So we've got to make sure that, I mean, we approach education in different facets, different energies. And we're doing this only for one reason, to make sure that people are getting the right knowledge. Knowledge is power, but the power of music and education can just change the world. Ladies and gentlemen, and I must just remind you before we kickstart that after this masterclass is going to run up until 1:30. Then we have a lunch break. 3 o'clock, we're going to start with a concert. Now today, it is going to be a vocal ensemble concert, where you're going to see things, beautiful things. I am also looking forward to that. Now, the candidates that, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see doing their thing on stage today, it's the faces that you know. That's what we like about this. Some of them you've seen on national stages, on regional stages. So Confessor is just growing stronger by the day. And, we appreciate the fact that people and conductors, especially young conductors, are showing an interest in this developmental program. And you know what? They are so hungry to learn more. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, it is my pleasure and privilege to actually give you some few notes and achievements of a gentleman that I'm going to introduce to you. His name is Mr. Xander Kritzinger. He's coming from the great school of music. I'm not shy to say this, and I know he's very modest. His early education in music started at Drakis. And you know Drakis prides itself of actually unleashing or producing quality musicians all around. I can mention the few. I can mention Ozwai Bala. I can mention Xander. I can mention Choral Schmidt. There is so much that is coming from that school. And you know what's so amazing about Drakis? I'm going to say it again up front. Most of the guys that are coming to that school, they understand the ethos of giving back to the communities. And which is stunning, which is really stunning. I know lots of them who would actually not center their expertise around the suburb area. They would go all out to make sure that the communities are developed. I don't know where this remedy is coming from, but I can tell you one thing, that South Africa is benefiting to that, because I believe when an institution is doing well, when people are doing well, we must always flag that, because Drakis has been instrumental, Xander, from the beginning, from its inception. So Xander also obtained his master's degree in choral conducting, in performance. So Xander has conducted so many choirs. He conducted school choirs. But what's so amazing about the man also, he composes music. So he's a man of many facets. He composes music, and he also works as a vocal teacher at the University of Stellenbosch. And he conducted also one of the top high school choir in Stellenbosch for 15 years. Now Xander, after that, you know, he's a busy man, like you, etc. He's a busy man. But now, around 2022, he decided also to open a choral conducting academy. A choral conducting academy, which it's always in our lips. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, please give a resounding round of applause to Mr. Xander Kritzinger. Thank you. There we go. And I'm going to also invite Mr. Paul Ferreira to also join us on stage as our accompanist for the day. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Over to you. And thank you. And the first candidate to come up is Mr. Lucky Morris, and he will be conducting Come Let Us Sing by a composer from Ghana, James Varik Amar. Right. Thank you.
I can push it there. It's absolutely fantastic to see you this morning warming up and making music and the conductors as well. We are so privileged in this country to have this. This is our tradition. And thank you, Mr. Sidumo, mentioning a little bit of my background. I come from the mountains. And there's something about mountains. There's something, we are here also, I saw this morning when we drove in, the beautiful mountains. And it's such a visual reminder of we need to be grounded. So I want you to stand up quickly. You did so well. I want you to try something. We are not a block of flats. We come from the hills. We come from nature. So I want you to, where are the sopranos? If you can spread out completely from there, may they move a little bit, sir?
Yeah, they can.
A little bit. I don't want to bugger up everything. So just move up a little bit, about to there. Not too far, not too far. A little bit. Come a little bit forward if you can. A little bit forward. If you guys can come out from that second row and a little bit forward, make more space here. If you can come a little bit in and then come a little bit forward and scatter, maybe make another row. Tennis and basses, make more space. So come a little bit more forward that way, this way. Don't stand so close to one another. That's what I'm trying to do. So the latest research is saying, hey man, we need space. We need space to you're going to see the difference now. We're going to do the first part again. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, space out that way. I'm not going to sit much, don't worry. Someone can sit on the chair as well if they want to. Right, now, can I hear just that first chord? Come, let us sing. What is that? That's part 21. Part 21. Just the first chord. Don't go on with the music. Just sing me the first chord. And energy in the k. Yeah? Come. Once more. Breathe it. Come. Yes. Can you hear the difference in sound? Can you hear yourselves back? Now I want you to smile and with me, take your hand and gesture with me. Take your hand, right? Breathe in, and now flick it like you're throwing a javelin, right? And just enjoy that sound. It must come from the mountains. Here we go, breathing in. Okay, good. Now two things. Those consonants are holy. Yes, vowels are really important, but just do one thing for me. M. Now, bend your knees. Right. Yes. Yes. Are you ready? Yeah. And now take your hand and just click it. When you say M, it must come from the body. Yes. M. Yes. Now you say come. Yes. Now breathe with me. Breathe with me. It's in your body. Yes. With like a javelin. Yes, we take it a little bit longer. Just that chord. What is that chord? Energy. Breathe with me. Come. Yeah. Now let's try that beginning again. Try again. Leave the solos for now. One bar before you come in, 21. Let's try that. Good, that was much better, much nicer. Good, now, look at them. Relax. The way you breathe will be the way they breathe. So when you go, you cannot tell a choir to breathe properly if you don't breathe properly. And your mind, if you're not focused, the choir will not be focused. If you're afraid, they will be afraid. So your choir becomes you. Ne? So, and gesture sound. Less is more. Look at them. Without the accompaniment, just that first chord. Just bring us in that first chord. Nice. Good. Even smaller. Do less. They need to do the more work. Now let's hear a piano sound, a soft sound. Energy in the k. Good. Now, start it now crescendo for us in that chord. Good. Now start loud and go back soft. Good. Nice fortepiano. Be careful. That was lovely stuff. Well done. Be careful to chop it. There's energy here. There's energy here. So never boop, because the sound continues. Just once more. Calm, breathe. Calm. Once more. Calm. Can you see what's happening there? I'm not boop. Just do it again. They're voices, they're humans. And there's a bounciness, and that's why we don't just stop that end consonant on come, because then we lose the energy in the body. We need to keep that energy. I'm getting pedantic on one chord. Let's continue a little bit. I can. Come. Okay, now continue with the music. Continue with the music. Lovely. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing unto the Lord. Come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise, and show ourselves him with song. Good, very nice. So, why do we sing in choirs? Why do we do this? Yes, we're technicians, but we should not forget that we're musicians first and then technicians. We're actually not technicians, we're musicians. And if it's not about the music, then we lose our thing. We can become so perfect in what we do that we lose the music. What are you singing about? Come, let us sing. Sing unto the Lord. Now, I saw this morning you had a spiritual moment. So I think most of you understand the text. I want to be touched. I've had enough of news and everything is perfect and alle goeders. We live in a world that needs our depth again. And not just singing. Come. And what do these words mean to you? When you wake up and there's no food, come let us sing unto the Lord. Hey, then it's difficult. Hey? But we've got this opportunity. Now we stand here, we've got an opportunity to change this country through choral music. Now it changes. Come, let us sing. And be careful for lettuce. Lettuce. Lettuce is something you eat. Let us. Let us. Let's just quickly say let. Let's just start with the first word. Let us. Ah. Aha. Can you feel where it's in the body? Let us. Let us, let us. We're not American, eh? So let's try that once again. And I want you to breathe in a color. Right? And I want you to breathe in that color as well. Your own personal color. So when you breathe, when your thing is, be so much aware of the breath, because as that gentleman said this morning, we are breath. The singing is breath, yeah. And when the breath is shallow or the breath becomes tight, the sound will be tight. But just try quickly. Choose a color. Don't tell us. Now take that color. A little bit lighter. Go change the color a little bit in your mind. Now breathe in that color. Bring us in that color. See if that works. Good. So, open your mouth. Open your mouth. Come and trust it. Trust it. Trust it. Once more. Come, let us sing. Good. Try. Very nice. Very nice. So when I go, come, you're going to have that effect. Come. So, are you conducting into the beat or out of the beat with this style of music? Are we going out of the ictus, as we say? So the energy point where the beat is, are we conducting small movements and it's really energetic and they are experiencing that energy in the body? Or are we going into the beat where we say, big difference. Just try that. And then we moan with them because they are dragging us. No, it's us. So now try out of the beat. Try. Come, let us sing. Yes. Come, let us sing unto the Lord. Come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise. And show ourselves that He is with songs. Yeah, good. Can you hear the diction is immediately better? So I don't have to tell them to have good diction, I just show it. Right? And now that end consonant, where was that now with that S? Is it gods? I heard goose. King above all gods. Just feel it in the body. It's in the upper legs. We are still singers. These big, we say in Afrikaans, spiertiere. You go to the gym, and then they have all these six-packs and stuff, but have you looked at their legs? They're like this. But a singer needs to have legs. It's all about our legs, because you cannot support these muscles here at the bottom. And the breath cannot be supported if these legs are weak. So you need to feel it. You need to feel it there. Right. Now, can we quickly Where was that S that bothered me? Noise. Is it noise? Let us make a joyful noise. No, no. Say, where's that vowel? No. Oh, it's that Italian vowel. Yeah. So I want you to take your hands as a dart. You know darts. Yeah? You throw that little thing. It's a small thing. So I want you to go. N is over here, and then no. There we go. And no. Noise. So it's a diphthong, eh? So there are two vowels. Be careful for noi, noise. No, as if you are a singer. So you're pouting that and you're connecting both the vowels in the body, right? Can I just hear that chord? That's about 25, 26, 27, 28. The E, what is that? A C major inverted. Yes. No. So what happens in the N consonant? What happens in the throat? Just try that without doing anything. Just sing that chord. It's really difficult. I can't sing a high G. Can you sing it? All right, here we go. Good. Not bad at all. Now flick that end. Don't close the back. Yeah? Breathe it with us. Show us. Just give us that chord quickly. Good. Now, where's that S? Just say for me. So there are many different S's. Eh? Where do we? Yes, the one is when there's a little drop of water on the cooker. It goes. Eh? And there's no energy. But if we've got a little bit more energy, noise. It's not an S sound. It's a Z sound. Can I hear just the Z in your body? Good. Now again. 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 Just Z, just Z. Follow me, breathe. Good, there it sits. And then you are in the body. So if we say, where's that note? Make a joyful noise. On that, and the energy, because you're out of the beat, keep out of the beat. Noise on that second beat. And be really aware of that in the body. Can we just pick it up? Once more, 21. Once more, 21. So fine detail. We're working fine detail. I can't fix everything, but there's lovely stuff happening already. Small stuff. Out of the beat. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing unto the Lord. Come, let us sing. Stop. The Lord. Just think, Lord. Lord. Again. Lord. Again. Lord. Once more, breathe with me. Lord. There we go. If you want a D, you show the D. Right. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing unto the Lord. Come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise. Stand up straight. Don't. Good. Okay, good. Let's continue a little bit there. So, what does a singer need? Repeat, but why?
To show that they are taking.
We need to release, and it's written by someone who's really a good composer. But at that point, it's a really difficult spot to just have sung high G's, and all of a sudden I have a solo. I need breath, so you need to take that in consideration. And that's why they're not on the note there. So what do we do at that little point there? Key, and we phrase it. Key, and you need to ta-ti-ti. just give a moment, and you have to connect with your accompanist there at that point. Otherwise, because for him, he just plays through there. And that needs to be a moment where you connect with everyone. Right, shall we just try and pick that up? A Great King, up to, what's that? 35. Up to 35, yeah. It's a very difficult place to start. But I think you can try. Whoa. Be aware of them. Good. Okay. Very nice. I'm so sorry if I interrupt you, but I think there's some lovely stuff here. You're like most good conductors and myself. We cannot stand still. But because the music is taking us somewhere. So be careful for the bounce. Yeah, have you noticed? Yes, I also do it. But then we lose our control. Less. And then we start bouncing, and then you start hearing the choir also going, because we are bouncing. Right, so let's just try that a little bit. Just where those tenors start. Lovely tenors, lovely, lovely, lovely. Just be careful for let us. Let us. Let us. Everybody just make a note of that. Before him with thanksgiving. And this is a little trick, a choral trick. When you sing the word and, it's a really difficult word, actually, because you hear an. And. It sounds like a rave party. So you have to just do that for me. And think the schwa. You know what is a schwa? Schwa vowel. Like when I hit you in the stomach, how are you going to react to that? Well, you're going to hit me back. But what is the vowel? Can you? That's that ancient vowel that our ancestors had as well. Why am I off now? Can you still hear me on the thing? Never mind, I'll speak loudly. Here we go. Say for me, and it's not there, it's here. Good. Now we say, what is that word we have there? And. It's that same space, but we're taking the N and the D and we're adding that schwa. Have you seen the Italians speak? They speak with their hands, and every word they put on their mouths, they have the schwa vowel, and that's where the energy is, and that's where the resonance is. So take your hand. Yes? Yes, can you feel the energy already? And. Yes, now. That's where, yes. Yes, let us. Good. From that point where the tenors. Here we go. Once more. Good. More. So the moment we go up here, the breath becomes shallower and shallower and shallower. But when I when I feel I'm like a tree planted in the ground and I breathe from that space, they're also going to plant. Be careful. I like the energy, but be careful. Always think the line here. Yes, it's non-legato. It's not necessarily legato. But be always aware of where we're going to in the contour. Yeah? Good. Let's just try that again. Just a little bit where the choir comes in his hands. In his hands. Page... Yes, upbeat to the next part. Page 5, last bar at the top. Upbeat to the last bar. In his hands. Can we just give him a round of applause? He's doing so well. So well. Just do that D at the end. D. There are so many ways to skin a cat. Yeah? But we want that, we want to end it off nicely. I hate it when music is so completely rounded off that it loses its musicality. So I don't want to do, but there's a musical way to do it still. And to really have that text there, because it's about the text. We want to hear the text. But there's another thing that happens when we pronounce the consonants well. Remember, we're singers, first and foremost. We're not choir singers. There's not a difference between you're a singer and you're a choral singer. You're a singer. First, you're a human being. That's the first thing you've got. And this thing is the most important instrument of all. Every other one is they mimic what is happening. This piece of engineering. Hey, man, this is a glorious thing. And the other thing is, it blows my mind, we're 7 billion people on earth. Not one voice is the same. Not one voice. It's like your fingerprint. So why do you want to sound like someone else? Why do you want to be Pavarotti? Be you. Because you've got this incredible voice, and what do you need? You need breath. And you need to make peace with your voice and your humanity. And when you conduct them, it's loving the music. It's allowing them to be who they need to be. Yeah? And the power of that changes us. Not the perfection of becoming better until we die. No. Understanding our humanity and understanding the music. Good. How much time do we still need? Have? Okay, great, fantastic. Otherwise, I'm going to be here for another 5 hours because there's so much we can do. It's getting exciting. Right, now, let's quickly go back. I want to hear this end bit. Come, let us sing. How do you approach a staccato? Staccati. How do you do it in your body? What is staccati? Staccato. It's detached. But what do we think it is sometimes? We think it's short. A staccato still needs to be in the contour of the piece. Otherwise, it becomes really unmusical. So, Come, let us sing. So can we just find that slowly in the body? Do the first word, just say it. Come. Ah, can you see where the vowel wants to be? Ka. Ka. So just speak it for me. I love Tswana. It's such a lovely language. And I want you to use that. You used the words morena this morning as an exercise. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. Because that's where you speak. That's also where you sing. Ne? So, ka. Just speak it. And. Ka. Now, let's put the M on. Come. Come. Can you hear that? M. We're still there. We're resonating there. But if I say, come, what's happening? I close it. Yeah? Can I just hear the most wonderful sound? Let's have this note. Come. Come. Can you hear yourself back? Now turn around. Turn around. Take your hands and cup your ears. Like so. No, like so. Yeah? You have to hear yourselves from there. Breathe with me. And come. Nice. Can you hear yourselves? Good. Now do it piano, and I want you to ring at the head, the top of your heads. Breathing. And good. Turn around with that same energy. What's the next word there? Don't go away. Don't go away. Come, let. Come, let. So, we're going to do come, let.
Come, let.
Again.
Come, let.
Again.
Come, let.
Come. Again.
Come, let. Come, let.
Now the next one.
Come, let.
Us. Can you see where we're sitting? Us. Us. It still needs to resonate, yeah? Come, let us.
Come, let us.
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 I've won R1 million. And what vowel is that? That's that schwa. Us. And it needs to be birthed from the body. Here we go. Come, let us. Again.
Come, let us.
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 That's it. Now, let's sing that a little bit. Sopranos. D, G, G. Just the sopranos alone. And here we go. Yep, try. It's a very difficult space, hey? Do this quickly. I haven't even done this little exercise. This will change all of your lives. If you see a little baby born, what do? Who cannot do it? Who can? Most people from where I come cannot do this. Do you know why? Because this exercise shows you if you're connected to the breath, and it shows whether your jaw and your tongue are stiff, and whether you are stressed. Yes? And there where I come from, everybody's stressed. I went into a place the other day, and I said, hello, how are you? And they're like, busy. So the one person, I greeted 5 people. Every one of those people said, I'm busy. And then the one person turned to me and said, are you also busy? As if it's like the best thing that you can be. Yes, of course we're busy, but we don't think we're busy here. And when we sing, and when we become so busy in our minds, we forget to breathe. We're so busy at the task at hand that we forget, hey, just breathe. That's a really difficult space to start. Let's just take it a little bit further back. Yes. Page 5, I think, at the top. In his hands are all the tarati. Here we go. And bring him in.
In his hands
Different sound. Try. Stop. Don't mimic what I got. The fact is, what did we do there at that point? We breathed, and what did my gesture say? What did do yours again? And tell me, what is his gesture doing?
In his hands.
Good. In his. Watch. Breathe. In his hands. I'm gesturing sound. I'm not trying to conduct. I'm not a conductor. I'm a human being. I'm just trying, I just want you to make music. That's all, because you make wonderful music. Just try again. Yes, breathe.
In his hands are all the cornerstones. And the strength of the hills is his also. The cities and in his hands prepare the dry. Come let us sing. Let us sing.
Yes.
Let us sing to the Lord. Let us sing. For the Lord is a great God. Let us sing unto the Lord.
Yes, you need to end with the accompaniment there. That time was right. The first time, yes. The accompaniment, and the relationship between a conductor and his accompanist is incredibly important. They're not just there for pretty. You are an ensemble. You're making music. You need to breathe together. You need to respect that person's time the whole time. And making music together. You're not just conducting the choir. So be very much aware of that. Daar was nou één ding wat ek wou sê. This was this last end. Bar 57. So when we come to the end, you're singers. You're working on breath. And a good singer can sing a long line. A long line. Can you just do this for me now on... Just the last part. Let us sing unto the Lord. That's bar upbeat to 57. And I want you to sing it in one line, connecting every note in the body on that line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let us... Good. Do you want to try that again? So I don't want to hear ta, tati, titi. Can we just see what happens when we connect every note in the body on the... I know it's difficult. That's why we're doing it. Here we go. Breathe. 1, 2, 3. Da, da, da. Sopranos. Don't push it. Don't breathe there. Can you sing it in one breath? It shows you where we're working too hard. Right? We're working way too hard. The voice can do much more than we think. Easy. When we get to the Mozart, hey, man, that's a different kettle of fish. That's a difficult piece, that. All right. You're going to be too tired if we push. All right? So just try it again. Once more. 1, 2, 3. Da, da, da. In the head. Don't breathe in the middle of the phrase. Once more. Going to try that again. On a pro. On a pro. Pro. From there, let us up. So my suggestion to you is when you're working with the choir, this sound is incredibly important, especially back here, where the sopranos are really singing difficult stuff there the whole time, and you can hear they're getting tired. Don't push them the whole time there. Just go over to... There's no tension there. Can you feel any tension? No. And that's what we want. Especially the gentlemen, be always aware of your heads. Head register there. And then to the breath. Because if your breath is shallow, you can't do this. And my suggestion to you is, how many of you could get through that last phrase in one breath with the... Who struggled? Yes. But if you practice it, if you have a little piece at the higher register that you're really, really struggling with, or a long phrase that you need to get into one breath, try that. Take it out of the context. We're not just trying to get the words and the notes together. We are isolating a little bit and then saying, what is happening in my body? Where's my breath? Shall we just try that again? On the 1, 2, 3. Go through. Bend your knees. That's it. That's it. Better? Can you feel what's happening in the body? And the connection. Now, I don't have to try and have support. Must my support be light or tight or whatever? No, just it will fix it. I promise you. Now, with that same exercise, try it on a pro. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Connect. Go through, go through, go through, go through. Nice. Yes? Based on what the breath wants to do. Okay. Now, on the text, with that, so that's the phrase. Let's sing through the phrase. That's so important. Because if you speak, when you say, let us sing unto the Lord. No, it's not musical. What is musicality? It's when it's as close as possible to your humanity. Where do we speak? Where do we put accents and where do we not? Where is it natural? Right? We want to be touched by it. So let's just speak that. Let us sing unto the Lord. Where does the sentence go? To the? Everything goes to the Lord. Yes? And not to the. Is the important word. Not at all. Let us. Let us, you see. Let us is what you eat. Good, much better, much nicer. And now we can get through that thing. Be careful for too high. Because when I do that, you can hear the breath go shallower and shallower and shallower. Just keep it nice and energetic, and that energy point here in the middle. Good. Any questions you've got?
No.
Do you have any questions? Were there some things that were strange? Does it feel easier to sing? What do you need from your conductor to sing better? You feed off his energy, but you also feed off their energy. Right? So what they're saying is, I need to know exactly what I want from the music. Because you're the instrumentalist at that point. You're the pianist, you're the flautist, you're whatever. This is your instrument. But this is a very difficult instrument because it talks back. Yeah? And some of them had a rough night last night. And now that's your problem. And some of them are angry at someone. And it changes the sound. It changes the way they breathe. Some of them are worried what's going to happen next week. And it's also your problem. And that's the nature of this instrument. Not one performance, not once that we do this thing is it's going to be the same, because you are not the same every moment, and neither are you. And the moment we make peace with that and we just allow and communicate, what are you communicating? What do you want from him? Do you want him to be clear? So there are certain things I can do to help. But if I gesture breath, you know exactly what I want. Prefer talking less. You wouldn't say that when I'm working here. But a good conductor can say as little as possible. and just show and allow them to be the musicians they are. Yeah? Good. Let's give all of you a nice hand of applause. Yeah. Good. Well done. And our fantastic accompanist, pianist. Yes.
Right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, and the viewers at home, we are definitely learning. Xander, I love your approach. You know it. I enjoy great teachers who do not raise their voices as they teach. I think, the knowledge is transferred with ease. You have these musicians and the first conductor at the palm of your hand already. And there's different approaches. We're also learning. We're also learning here because, you know what? A friend of mine always said to me, Kwashu, that's Michael Dingan, always say to me, Kwashu, let's just sit down and open our hearts and heads and swallow and learn and grow. And that's profound. And that's what I see happening here. And thanks to you, you know what, it's just the beginning, but we're excited. Your approach is just beautiful because you know exactly where to zoom and get, and tighten those screws and the magic happens. I just hope you guys are still having fun. Yes. Viewers at home, I hope you're writing a lot. Record this, you know what, we're not selling anything here. You see, we're just making sure that the wealth of knowledge is transferred. Right, now what's going to happen after this, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have now a tea break where the singers also have to stretch their legs because in Rustenburg it's not like Cape Town. When it's hot here, it's hot. So, and we feel it. So we would like to give the singers as well just some time to just stretch and refresh themselves. So we will be back here at 12:40. But please, I must just remind you, I'm just gonna do this almost every time. We are going to have a concert at 3 o'clock. Please, you can't miss that. You really cannot miss that. Okay, then we will see you at 12:40. Cheers, bye for now.